Roy from Twisty Road Rider on my Honda CBR500R, driving through Chelsea and heading towards Purley in South London, just outside South London. And the idea of this video is to demonstrate what my Honda CBR can do up against a naked bike, how it commutes, how it filters and so on. And you can have a look at some of the hazards on the way and how I ride anyway. I'm no instructor, but you can have a look, see how I handle certain situations like cabbies pulling out in front of you and so on, and what I do if you would do that type of thing, if you would do it faster, slower or indifferent. There's two lanes opening up here. I can see the cyclist is down the inside there, so and it's a clear view all the way up to the lights down that inside lane, so I'm going to head towards that one. So not going to get too near the cyclist, but they did one of those rare things in life, which is a shoulder check. I say rare things, rare in my experience to cyclists. They tend not to have wing mirrors or do shoulder checks, but anyway, that one did, so well done, top marks. So across Albert Bridge, goes across the Thames and heads towards Battersea. So as you can see, quite a grey day. People have got their lights on. It's not raining per se, but you can see some spots on the camera there. So I'm going to take it easy. It's not a fast ride, but I'm going to take it easy. But yeah, if you decide to ride faster or slow, it's entirely up to you. You do you, as they say. So there's a zebra crossing with a speed ramp over it, so yeah, I'm going to take that easy as I come up to a second set of traffic lights and a couple of cars in front of me. So the blue car braking heavily there, and then goes for the overtake. He overtakes a recently passed new driver, should we say, and just squeeze through the lights on time there. So up to the next set of lights, I want to turn right, so I'm going to go down the inside lane. There's quite a wide gap, and I'm just going to nudge in front of that driver so he actually sees me. And I'm always looking when I pull up at lights to the left and right, make sure no one jumps the light in an opposing direction and wipes me out. So yeah, always good to check. And as you can see, on towards some more traffic. So traffic's quite light this time of day. It wasn't rush hour, so there's a bit of London traffic, but not rush hour traffic for sure. So this next set of lights, I'm looking to do a left turn, so I'm not going to go down the outside and then cut across the front, because I just know there wouldn't be enough space for that. Traffic coming to a grinding halt. I'm going to do some filtering now, and as you can see, there's plenty of space for me to get down the outside of these cars. I'm probably not going to talk all the way through this video because it's pretty much self-explanatory, but just for the sakes of what I see, I'm going to mention some points anyway. The day, it had been raining or started to rain, so the roads are a little bit slippery, but it's not all out raining. You can see some spots of rain on my GoPro camera there. That's the GoPro Hero 8 Black, and yeah, some pretty good footage you'll get on that. So down the outside of the traffic there, and when I'm going down the outside, I'm always conscious of any roads on the right hand side that some cars, they put their indicator on at the last minute, or in some cases don't even indicate at all, just turn right on you. So always got to be conscious of that. So yeah, up to the next set of traffic lights. And again, I can see the traffic slowing, so I'm looking to filter down the outside again. There's plenty of room. The onward cars, they've noticed me, they've slightly pulled over to the side, so I'm just going to squeeze through these lights before they change. So again, I'm trying to stay on the outside of my lane so the car in front, or the van in front, sees me in his wing mirror. It's not every road user uses their wing mirrors, but you've got to put yourself in a position where you give people half a chance of seeing you. So down the outside up to Clapham Common, and looking to my right just to make sure I don't get taken out. It was a giveaway line I was at, didn't have to stop, but obviously I want to give way to the traffic on the right. And just observing what any traffic's doing on the left, they will or can pull out without even seeing you. So I'm going to go down the outside of these cars, and I want to do a right of this set of traffic lights. So appropriately timed, they've turned the green straight away, and off we go. So we're cutting across Clapham Common now, and again I want to filter. I'm coming up to the zebra crossing, so I'm having a look, see if there's anybody nearby the crossing, and there was no one, so down the outside I go. Quite a bit of traffic around here, and you can see that car noticed me. He just moved to the left slightly. So this car is on the far right hand side of his lane, but I still managed to squeeze through anyway. The car coming onwards moved over. I didn't force him over, he moved over. So that gave the opportunity for me to go down the outside. So down the outside, filtering again. Now I can see there's a road coming up on the left here, so just going to be a bit patient with that. Going down the outside of this traffic. There's plenty of room to get by. So I'm just going to tuck on the inside of that. There's two lanes there. And again, down the outside of this row of traffic, moving along. And I can see in the distance there's a car onwards, they're turning right, so I'm going to take it easy there. I don't want to run into them. Some cars, they want to turn right, they don't even notice you coming down the outside, so as a motorcyclist or a cyclist, you've always got to be conscious of that one. So there's a zebra crossing, no one on it. So again, that was a bend sweeping around to the left, so I wanted to be on the outside of that bend so I can see maximum around the corner, and at the same time let the car in front see me in his wing mirror. So as you can see, the car in front of is turning left, so I'm just going to take the overtake. And I did notice the side street and the scooter coming down there, so I was conscious of that. So there's an odd shaped roundabout there, so just glancing to the right there just to make sure no cars were coming through. And as I go through traffic lights, I always look to the left and to the right just to make sure no one's jumping the light on me. And down the outside of these vans, and the traffic light's just changing on me, so I'm going to pull up and wait here. And as you can see with the camera panning left and right, I'm checking out my wing mirrors, what's behind me, as well as what the cars are doing left and right hand side of this junction. I mean, quite often the case you'll filter through to the front traffic lights, but so with other motorbikes and motorcycles and bicycles and so on, so it's always good to check out what's around you before you pull off. So lights changing now, quick glance to the left and to the right and then to the left. You can see that car just pull off, and he's just going to block my lane as he goes to cross the main road. And just a mirror check and a shoulder check as I change lane here. And I want to get back in the right hand lane, so I'm going down this lane of buses. I want to turn right at these lights. Looks like the bus has shut the door on cyclists or anybody else actually, so I'm just going to squeeze on through that gap because I'll be stranded in the wrong lane otherwise, so just getting acknowledging to the bus driver I've just cut in front of him. So at this set of lights, as you can see from the signs, right turn. Around we go. The pedestrian light as I come around that junction, right on that corner there, was on green obviously, but it can be the case it's on red, which you've got to be careful of. So we're coming through an area of Streatham on the news recently. Well, we might go into that. So a bit more traffic coming up to the lights, cyclists in the bus lane, and I'm getting in the bus lane too. That soon runs out, so that gap there didn't look quite wide enough for me, so I didn't take it. Put my brakes on, just held up behind the car in front. And again, if you look to my wing mirrors, you can see cars going down the outside. I'm conscious of that, so I'm not pulling out just yet. Another car. So around we go. And I'll filter around the inside of this time. So pedestrian light, it's on green. Cars left and right, so conscious of those, and conscious of my front wheel acting like a magnet for the drain covers. So looking for a gap there, it didn't feel safe. It looked like the van on the left there was going to pull across, but gap soon opened up. So mirror check, shoulder check, and down the middle I go. And I'm looking to filter down this gap, but it looks a bit tight where the bus is, so I'm going to wait up behind the bus. And looking down that gap, I think only a bicycle would get down that. So definitely in the heart of Streatham now, Streatham High Street. And down the outside of the bus, I'm going to take it easy just in case there's something in front of the bus which I didn't see, so cutting back in now, and I'm going to head down the outside again, where of cars pulling out on the left there. and in front there's a car wants to turn right in front of me. So there's a gap. And the white Mini doesn't seem to be in one lane or the other, so I'm going to be careful. I'm not going to go down the outside of him, and lo and behold, he decides to cut a right at the last minute. So you get a sense of awareness sometimes when you see people and they're not committed to going left or right or straight on, so that's the time really you need to hold back and think, well, they're faffing, let's just see how they unfold, and I'll take it from there. So I went in the bus lane again, and then back out, giving that car a wide berth there in case he swung his door open. So I'm looking to go straight on here, and there's a gap down the outside which I'll take. Got a shoulder check. To make sure no one's trying to overtake from the inside there. Sometimes cars will want to pull off fast, or there might be another vehicle like a motorcycle or a scooter. So this is the main London road. It actually ends up going all the way to Brighton. If you follow it all the way through A23 and 23. But anyway, we're not going that far today. So down the outside, and now the satellites. And we've got delivery scooter at the front of the satellites. So lights change and get going again. Okay, there's a bus lane on the left there, so I'm going to slip down the bus lane to avoid a bit more traffic. But I've got to get back out again because the lane's just narrowed down to one lane. Conscious of the pedestrians there, there's a bus indicating. There's another bus indicating to pull out. There's still enough room though for me to filter down the outside, so there we go. And I've got my head up now because there's a road there on the left and I can see there's a car pulling out. So I'm just going to hold back in case he cuts a corner a little bit. And down the outside I go. There's a car with the indicator on, but I can see he's got to get past the island before he takes a right, so I'll go down the outside of it now. So we're into Norbury now, finished at Streatham, town of Streatham. This is Norbury. And a bit more filtering down the outside there. Things are getting tight, but there's still room. As you can see, this CBR500R does pretty good. Finds the gaps. And as I mentioned earlier, I probably couldn't do this journey any quicker through traffic on a naked bike than I can on this particular bike. I mean, the handlebars aren't raked and you're right down on your wrists. It's quite an upright position, so you can see plenty, it's quite comfortable, and you've got a fair bit of wind protection with the fairings and the visor on the front there, the front screen. So a bit more filtering. There's a car turning up right, so I'm going to take it easy. And the road opens. I'm still looking to filter. Okay, so there's a gap there, and suddenly this car is deciding to pull out and gave him a little rev so he could hear me coming. Obviously he wasn't using his wing mirrors. Passing learner. I've recently passed a test, should I say, with the P sign on there. Back into the bus lane again to avoid this road traffic again. Now conscious of vehicles pulling out on the left here, so I'm going to cover the brake, make sure you see me. There we go, he did. So back down to a single lane and a crossroads. So I'm going to put myself in a position where the car in front again can see me in his wing mirror and look for the gap. Again, there's lots of turnings on the left and right, so always got to be watching for cars indicating or their wheels turning or the way they position their car. I'm wearing a high vis vest, as you can see in my wing mirrors, so plenty bright enough, but all the same people still fail to see you. This car pulling in to the left decides to pull back out again. It's going to reverse in, so you can't be too hasty at finding the gap and dodging straight through it. Meet with the front end of someone's car doing the unexpected. I think the lesson to riding commuting is expect the unexpected. So checking my wing mirrors, cars down the outside of me here. Shoulder check, and I'm going to go down the outside of this traffic if I can. Car turning right, so I'm going to make sure I'm positioned to the left of my lane. There was a car coming out as well. I'll talk about the bike a bit more. This is bought this bike last year. I've had it nearly a year now. It's a year 2018 model, but it was first registered last year. I paid a discounted price for this bike. So here we are heading towards Lombard's roundabout in Mitcham. Clear road. Obviously always conscious of looking at any side turnings, debris in the road, and you can quite clearly see there's a car just edging out there. You see me, someone's standing in the road there. Okay, heading up to a roundabout. I'm going to do a mirror check because I'm going to go down the inside here. So up to a roundabout, I'm looking where I want to go, which is the second exit on the left there. Needless to say, I need to look to the right and keep an eye on the car in front. So clear to go. Camera doesn't see it, but it was clear to go on my right hand side, and I was conscious of the cars on the left who want to pull out. So now I'm looking to do some more filtering, so there's no onward cars coming at the second. there's an island in front of me, so I'm just going to time it so I can tuck between there and the car in front. Gap's a bit tight, so let's let the Merc roll on a little bit. Through we go. So as I say, the idea of this video is anybody new to motorcycling, if you want to know what it's like to filter in London traffic, then this is a live, not live, but this is the video to watch. Conscious of the pedestrian just ambling across, she's not looked at the lights or anything, she's looking around. I'm sure no traffic's coming in her direction, but the lights were on green for traffic to go, so down the outside I go. But yeah, as I say, if you're new to motorcycling and you want a bird's eye view of what it's like from a motorcyclist point of view, then this is a good video to watch. You can see what I do good, see what I do bad, and see what I do slow, what I do fast, and make your own arrangements around that. So obviously the car might be turning right there, but I'm going through. So I'm waiting for a gap to open up, one filter down the outside again. Coming up to a red traffic light, so I want to get to the nearest to the front as I can, if not the front, if possible. But there's a little gap there, and as I say, this bike fits where most naked bikes would go, so no problems there. Off the lights, looking in the wing mirrors, making sure no one's coming up the inside or the outside of me. Back into a bit more traffic. So again, I'm filtering down the outside, obviously conscious of a van turning right there. He's gone, he's out of the way, so a bit more filtering for me. There's a car faffing around, twisting from lane to lane there. I don't know why he's doing that. Looks like he was avoiding the manhole cover or something. I don't know why. Big enough car. But obviously he's not using his wing mirrors, didn't see the motorcyclist coming down the other side, so you know, that's what some people do. That's what a lot of drivers do. They don't use their wing mirrors, they don't use their mirrors. So they know where they want to go and how they want to get there, and that's their first priority. So just squeezing between the cars here, there's 3 lanes. For some reason the car on the right and the van on the left didn't drive all the way up to the white line. Conscious of there's another transit van, a dark blue one in the 3rd lane there. This is 3 lanes into 2. We've got the fire brigade there, so 3 lanes into 2. There's a sign there to reduce down to 1 lane, and this car on my right decides he wants to try and box me out of things. And if I braked, yeah, I mean I would have been squashed between 2 cars. So I'm sure there would have been a gap there for me to fit in between, but didn't want to risk that. So the car on the right was obviously bullying me out of the lane. There would have been the transit van in the left-hand lane, so I just opened the throttle and went down the middle. So conscious of these 2 cars in front, there's one car changing from the inside lane to wants to go straight on now, and somehow he's in a rush. So coming up to the roundabout, he rushes through. That car allows him to rush through. Obviously he pulls in front of me because I'm not important, I'm only a motorcyclist. So again, traffic builds up towards the lights, so I'm looking for the opportunity to check my wing mirrors, check my shoulder, and down the outside. So little shoulder check to the left there, make sure no one's coming across. Guy in front of me faffing around, he's put his brakes on for no good reason there, so a little bit conscious that he's unsure on what he's doing, so I'm going to keep my eye on him. As soon as car drivers or any drivers show signs of faffing around a bit, I'm going to keep my eye on him. So as I pull off from the lights, I look to the inside, and when I glance back to the right, he's jammed his brakes on for no apparent reason. So good job, I was aware of that overuse of brakes. I don't know, just bad driving, I think. But worth a go. And we're into South Croydon now, so we come through Streatham, Norbury, Thornton Heath, Croydon, and this is the A23, and this is the road that takes you to the M23 or the A23 all the way to Gatwick, then on to Brighton. So I don't really like being behind vans because you can't see through the rear window and see what's going on in front of them, so I like to get around the van where I can. So I'm just checking my wing mirrors now because the bus lane's coming to an end, the car's turning to the right, so I need to shift over a little bit. Again, I want to position myself to the far right of the lane just to let everybody know, or let everybody have the opportunity of seeing me in their wing mirrors. So down the outside I go, and I'm just going to tuck in behind the bus. I'm not sure what he wants to do. He looks like he wants to pull up behind the other bus, and then decides to pull out and put his indicator on last. So again, buses, you don't really want to be behind the bus because you can't see the road in front, so you can see the back of the bus in front. So you want a bit of notice of if you can see any potential hazards coming up. So I definitely want to get around the bus and past. So a zebra crossing coming up, so I'm not going to overtake him. Again, he's got his indicator on. He looks like he wants to go somewhere, which is past the other bus. So it's not an idea to overtake him here, obviously, because half the bus was on the wrong side of the road, and it would have been impossible for me to get past. It would have put me in the line of fire, as it were. So I'm going to wait for my opportunity to get past him. Another crossroads. I'm looking left and right for anybody making a break for it to cross, pulling out in front of me. Opportunity coming down as the road's getting a bit wider. Parked van, so I'm going to get myself in a position, and as soon as I get myself in a position, the bus pulls in and stops on that bus stop. So I'm going to keep my indicator going, and turn right here into Purley. So as you can see, Honda nice and smooth in the corners. It's a 500cc, it's got the power to do what I needed to do in London traffic. Certainly don't need much more powerful manual on that road, too quick. So onto Purley now. It's got a good pickup on this top engine. Nice bit of leather protection. I've changed the exhaust. You can see an earlier video I made about exhaust and silencers. I changed the exhaust to, or the end can at least, to a Black Widow silencer. It seems to do the job, and people certainly notice it. It certainly looks better than the last exhaust I had, and it's lighter as well. So I'm just going to throttle right up to the front and keep them on the junction here. Doing a mirror check just to see if anything's come up behind me. And so off again. And coming up to Purley. Valley. This is where I'm going to end the video footage. I need something on the shops up here anyway, so I'll pull over in a second, come to an end. But yeah, hope you like the video. There's more to come. I'll be taking some other bikes out for reviews, but this is a review of my own bike, so it's an owner's review. As I say, I've had this bike a year, and yeah, I mean, I'll give it 10 out of 10. It looks nice. It's got a lot of wind protection. It's got a torquey engine, and it's certainly good around town and around open roads as well, and the twisties. So I can't really fault it really. It's the Honda build, so it don't really go wrong as long as you do the maintenance on it, keep the servicing up. So anyhow, see you soon. Bye for now.